Hi, and welcome to What Women and Men Need to Know, and it's Easter behind it. Ooh, look behind. Beautiful things.
Springtime is here.
Springtime is here. Springtime is here. The grass is growing. The weather's warm
I cut
today.
my grass yesterday.
I did too.
All
Jim.
right.
It must have been grass cutting day.
Hey.
Woo! Or whenever you get the lawnmower running,
That's
I don't
right.
know. Whenever everything lines up, I guess that's when you cut the grass. But it is appearing to be more spring-like.
Yes, it is.
And my voice sounds like it, so a little gravelly.
Mine too.
But I'm seeing the soft dusting of soft green and yellow on everything.
Yes, little pollen everywhere.
Little pollen dusting everywhere, so it must be spring.
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
Yeah. What a great time of year, too.
And we're almost to the end of March.
Yeah. Lots of things going on already.
Yes.
People getting excited about things that are happening in Lafayette. We
Yes.
got, Easter egg hunts just around the corner.
I know,
The 8th, April 8th.
It's going to be Easter.
Yep.
Just real soon.
I know.
So I think we're about to turn the corner from winter to a whole nother season.
Yeah.
I think we're ready, and I think it's about to happen.
I think it is.
So we're going to talk about several things. So you might want to, if you're like I am and you can't remember, now what was the date of that? Like, what was the date of that? What I did a while ago? What was the date? I can't remember. I looked on my calendar and I did not have. I had some dates written down regarding that, but I didn't have the actual date written down anyway. But I have to write everything down. I have to keep 2 calendars.
Well, I do too. I keep mine on paper. I keep one on my phone. See, I just got the smartphone. I told you last time I was here.
Right.
So I'm learning now how to put my calendar stuff in. So you're actually in my phone on the calendar today.
And see, I don't keep my calendar phone because I can write it on my paper calendar 10 times faster than I can ever look it up and get it all written into there.
Yep.
I can have it on my calendar and be done with it.
I know. Me too.
So that's why I choose not to do a calendar in my phone.
Wow.
But I do carry a calendar in my purse. I have a calendar at home, and I try to keep everything on both of them.
Yeah.
But sometimes I only get it on one, and I have to every few
check
days go
out.
back and say, did I
Make
write
sure
one
they
down
jive,
on
as
the
my
one
buddy
at home
says,
and didn't get the one in there, and I have to constantly. I wrote one down last night on my home calendar, and I didn't get it in my purse calendar, so I'm constantly having to merge. But my point is, today during this show, what you need to do is get a pen and paper, or get your calendar, or get your smartphone,
there you go.
Whatever your method is for remembering things, unless you have the super brain that just records everything in perfect remembrance. And if you do, we want to schedule you to come on the show.
Scan your brain.
Yeah, that's right. So you can help us to have some.
Oh my goodness.
Learn some techniques for that. But we're going to be giving you some dates today of things that we think that you will want to remember later and not say, oh, I wish I had known.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, unless they're going to have their head buried in the sand, they're going to know something about the Honeybee Festival.
One way or the other.
One way or the other, because between all the different news media and advertising that's going on right now, I think they've got me scheduled next month. Goodness gracious! And in May, April and May, at almost every news
place there
channel, and between me and the mayor, Andy Arnold, we're scheduled to be at quite a few places. And then in the next week or two, you'll start hearing US 101 and some of the radio stations talking about it. You'll start seeing some billboards out, and you'll start you'll
be bombarded.
Yep, you will. So the Honeybee Festival. The biggest thing to happen in Lafayette, Georgia, I think, period, but at least in the last 35 years, maybe.
Maybe longer.
Maybe. Is it's coming June the 3rd, and it's going to be an awesome event. If you don't know about it, you can look on the City of Lafayette's website, and or you can look on our Facebook at My Honeybee Festival, and it gives you all kinds of information. If you're a vendor, if you're a food vendor or arts and crafts vendor, and you would like to rent a booth to sell your arts and crafts or your food products, you can download those applications online. They're My Honeybee Festival on Facebook. And also, if you are a talent, a local musician, and you would like to play as part of the day's music, there's also an application there that you can download, and it'll go to Dennis Brown down in Lafayette. Dennis has been doing music and associated with the country music world for years and years and years, and he's helping us with that. And
but it doesn't all have to be country music.
Oh no!
Just because Dennis is the master of that,
right?
He does other things other than country music.
We've got rock. We've got rock groups coming. We've got country music. We've got bluegrass. We have some progressive rock, some of the new sounds. We've got Christian bands. So it's going to be an amazing day. There's going to be music. Whether it's on the square or up at Joe Stock Park, the two stages, there's going to be music back and forth all day long. There's going to be vendors, arts and crafts vendors, and so if you make something, if you go to some of the other festivals, you need to come to the Honeybee Festival, because I'm just going to be honest with you. When the day that I put the flyer, the Honeybee Festival flyer, up on our Facebook, we started getting hits immediately, and we've had. I believe, I don't want to tell you wrong, but I'm thinking somewhere around 8,000 to 10,000 hits.
Wow.
On the Honeybee Festival, just from this flyer. So Craig Morgan is a multifaceted entertainer. He's been around for quite a while now. He's a country music icon. He's a TV host, he's a patriot. He's a former Army veteran, or he is an Army veteran. You're never a former Army veteran, but he is an Army veteran. He's just a great artist, and he has a lot of hit songs. The Redneck Yacht Club was his first big hit, but that's what I like about Sundays. It's just an amazing song. It's a good family song, and let's see. I've got some more things here that he does at Bonfire. International Harvester is a big song, especially with the young men. When in town, when somebody says Craig Morgan, a lot of the young guys says International Harvester, But he's performed for years, and he's going to be our headliner. He'll start at 9:00 on Saturday night, and so all day before that, there's a ton of great entertainers. Channing Wilson, Channing's a local artist that has really been getting some play lately on. He's got a new song out and he's going to be there that day. Robbie Hopkins is going to be with us. He's a tremendous artist. Sons of Sailors, they are a Jimmy Buffett cover band, a tribute band, and they're really good. They're going to be there. Stepping Stones is a progressive rock band. They have a young lady who's the lead singer, and it's progressive rock. It's something different. And so there's just going to be a lot of different things going on that day. A kid zone is amazing. Everything for the kids in the kid zone is going to be absolutely free.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's one of the big things I've been pushing on since I've been trying to work on the festivals, being able to get a sponsor to sponsor the kid zone, so that we can do all the blow up, the inflatables, and all the games and the face painting and just everything it's free, and so we've got that worked out, and so we'll be announcing our sponsor for that in just about another week. But it's going to be a big day. Barbecue competition. Now this is an amateur competition, and which I love. I think it's going to be great to have an amateur competition. I'll tell you what I need to do is I need to cut my volume down on this phone before somebody calls me and it goes off. But I'm not going to be. I don't get. Since I'm kind of the chairman of the festival, I don't get to judge, but I do get to taste.
Oh, that's great.
And barbecue's my favorite.
Yes.
I love barbecue. I love to cook it. I love to eat it. And so I'm excited about the barbecue competition. There's going to be a bacon contest. There's going to be an antique tractor show, a cruise in. Tell you something that is really neat that we've never had in Lafayette before is the Chattanooga Nature Center is partnering with us. They're going to be there, and they're going to bring exhibits. The Birds of Prey exhibit is just a great exhibit. So they'll have that there for you to see. It'll be free for you to come and see, and so it's just a lot of great. I'm excited. I guess you can tell that.
No, I couldn't tell that.
Well, I'm pretty fired up about it. It's been a dream of mine for about 20 years to have a festival in Lafayette, and so I think I'm gonna fall off the stool here. I'm gonna have to get adjusted, but I wrestled a couple of weeks ago, and I'm still
still
kind of sore. But yeah, it's been a dream of mine for over 20 years, and the city of Lafayette has just, man, they've got a hold of this thing and ran with it. And David Hamilton, the city manager, has got a great vision for the
Yes.
city, and he is just doing some tremendous work. The city council's willing to work together and do a lot of new things. A lot of new things are going on in Lafayette, and so it's an exciting time to live in Lafayette, Georgia. I've had people a lot of times kind of poo on your parade, you know.
Mm-hmm. A lot
having
of open
negative
minds.
things.
Yeah.
But it's a time to live. It's a great time to be from Lafayette, because things are happening. People are ready to see some changes, and they're ready to see some new businesses come into town. I mean, who would have thought a year ago that we would have a Japanese sushi bar, a place in Lafayette on the square?
Right.
I mean, you know, that's been the place where it's only country food comes to the square.
Right.
But man, that Taki there, the Japanese sushi place is killer. I mean, it's great food. You know, so things are changing, things are picking up, and you're seeing a lot of movement in town. The bike fest, the Honeybee bike ride that's coming up. Just a couple of weeks before that, before the Honeybee Festival, it's going to be great. People are coming in from all over the southeast to ride their bikes, and so it's just a great time. Like I said a while ago, I guess I'm repeating myself, but it's a great time to be in Lafayette.
A lot of open minds. Everybody has been
Yeah.
excited about it, and it's been far outside the box
Sure.
of regular thinking about
Sure.
this whole project,
Yeah,
I think, Jim.
businesses in town are excited. I've been by and talked to some of the businesses personally that we're going to be, you know, coming down Main Street. So there's a couple. Hammond Jones Hardware's right there on Main Street. So when I go in to talk to Doug and them, they said, "Man, we'll work this out." So we got back streets, people can come in that day. So we're excited. So you see the businesses are just jumping in there, and they're all supporting what's going on. The Rotary Club and the Lions Club and all those guys are getting involved. All the ladies and gentlemen are getting involved in that. You know, and the Women's Club is excited about doing things with it. So, hey, the real deal's pretty excited too.
It's
so.
a buy-in, I think.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
a total
I
buy-in.
think it is.
Yeah.
Everybody is. Yeah.
And I don't think that everyone knows about all these things yet, but they're about to be totally dipped and immersed in
they
this
are.
whole.
Yep. The next couple of weeks, you're going to start hearing US 101 talking about it, and 97.3 probably a week or two after that, and then you're going to hear it on some other stations, and then you're going to hear it. You're going to see some billboards on 75, and you're going to. The newspapers, Walker County Messenger has already been doing some great write-ups. Walker County Messenger has really been pushing to produce and to report on more local events the last few months, and I think that's a huge plus for the Messenger, and it's a huge plus for Lafayette. So I'm just everything going on, and then it's pretty cool. I mean, the Easter egg hunt is just a fun thing every year.
Oh yeah.
And that's coming up on the 8th of April.
So write that down.
Yeah.
April 8th. That's 1 week before Easter.
Right.
Because it just gets a little too much.
12,000 Easter
Yeah,
eggs.
it gets too much to be
The same
at
weekend.
The same weekend as
But it's at
Easter.
the Ross Avenue Complex, and it's sponsored by the Downtown Development Authority. And it's going to be parking is at the Old Lafayette High School. So remember, when you get there, pull into the Old Lafayette High School and park. And then that's on North Cherokee Street, and then come around to the Ross Avenue Complex. And there's still an opportunity if somebody wants to get involved. There's still a need for some Easter baskets that we give Easter baskets away to the winners in different categories. And so if you'd like to sponsor an Easter basket, it's a basket full of goodies, and some people are going and buying them pre-made. Some people are making their own. But there's an opportunity to do that, and you can drop those baskets off.
Any specific size?
Well,
Jim?
most of them are pretty good. A good sized little basket, for a gift for kids, without something to remember them. But you can drop them off at the Bank of Lafayette. You can drop them off at Deb's Flowers. You can drop them off at the Real Deal. At Jason Long State Farm. Just a lot of places there. Ty Williford's place. Where Rachel and Ty are, you can drop them off there on Main Street as well. And so you can get involved if you'd like to do something like that, to help support it. Volunteers. There's a lot of volunteers. The high school has some of their clubs are going to be there. The kids are to get out, they'll get your community hours volunteering, and they always do a tremendous job. So it's going to be a lot of fun at the Easter egg hunt. I don't, man, I'm surely I hadn't ran out of stuff to say yet.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, probably not. Then I'll tell you something else that's going on. April the 15th is the return of Pro Wrestling Lafayette.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had it last month. March the 18th was our first wrestling show that I promoted back in town, first time in 18 years. And had a great crowd. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on wrestling, but something come up, and I ended up having to take a guy's place. But that won't happen again. I've took care of that. That was my final match I got to do in my hometown. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I got to limp around town for a few days. But,
so where are these wrestling matches held?
At the Recreation Center.
At the Rec Center.
Yep.
Okay. Last
month was a great crowd. We had a tremendous show. People loved it. And so April the 15th is the next match, wrestling matches. There'll be 6 matches that night on the card. We'll have the Allied Independent Wrestling Federation, who they all work together with other independent groups. Their World Tag Team Champions are going to be in Lafayette for that.
Wow.
And also a ladies match. So lady wrestling is going to be in Lafayette too.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, so it'll be a big night, April 15th. They can buy tickets at the Real Deal. We've already been selling front row. The Monday morning after the last event, we sold quite a few front rows for the next show. So you can get your tickets at the Real Deal, $12 for ringside and $10 general admission, $5 for children. So lots of things going on in Lafayette.
And how long do the matches last?
It starts at 7:30, and they normally go about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So people will be able to get home early enough on Saturday night that they can get in bed for church on Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
I have to take care of that. Make sure I can get.
That's right.
Yeah.
You do have a
I do have other
there,
obligations.
Right?
Yes, another
right.
priority. But
yeah, that's
but
important.
it's just a lot. I'm just excited because we're able to bring some things to town, So
because everybody always says there's nothing to do.
I've heard that long enough.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it long enough.
Yeah.
So the wrestling started every month. It's the third Saturday of every month.
Third Saturday.
Yep. And just as soon as the Honeybee Festival's over, Dennis Brown and I are working on some music events to do at the Rec. We're going to have some other things to promote for people to be able to enjoy. So do a little bit of singing and. Maybe even a night where we have some bluegrass and a little square dancing or something. Who knows? But
because that's just sitting out listening to the bands at the Freedom Festival is one of the most fun things.
It's fun and relaxing.
It is.
I love
fun
it.
And
I love
relaxing.
live music. I'm gonna be honest with you, Helen. I love live music. I will go places that have live music.
Right.
Just for the music, and I'll enjoy it, and I want to do that in Lafayette. Do you remember Neil McDaniel when he had the chicken house?
Yes.
That was I was young then, but that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, people would meet there on Saturday nights, wasn't it? Yeah, and they would square dance, and they would teach the young kids how to dance and have music playing. I mean, it's just a time, when people enjoyed one another.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt to still do that sometimes.
And it would be good exercise.
Oh yeah, be good exercise. And
would.
Speaking of exercise,
Yeah,
I need a little.
I could say yes. I need
Well,
something. But just to get up and move around, whether you know all the steps or not.
Sure. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So we're just looking at a lot of things to come to town.
We used to do the salty dog rag in 4-H.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you ever
I never
do
did
the
that.
salty dog rag?
No.
I don't know if I remember how to do it or not. It might come back to mind.
Probably would be.
Those used to be on those records this size.
The
and
big
they were about that
33s.
thick,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I guess they've been updated to more modern.
They have, I guess.
Formats.
Yeah. That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They may not even do the salty dog rag. I'm going to find out. I'm going to the extension office and find out if they do the salty
That's
dog
funny.
rag.
Yeah. You know what we did at the wrestling? Back when I wrestled, we used cassette tapes. If anybody played music, most people didn't even play music back then. Now everybody has to play music. And so I asked somebody, "Where's your player?" And they looked at me and said, "Player." So we just use an iPad or a phone. So we just hook it right into the system. I'm like, well. So everything's changed, I guess.
It has.
Yeah, it's okay though.
We have to put up a screen for meeting I'm involved in. I'm the only one that could put the screen up. I said, "This is the way we used to do it back in the day.
There you go.
It's a manual, screen." But
anyway, most people flip open my laptop now and project it.
Onto a whiteboard.
When we do the Honeybee Festival meetings, that's what either Scott Underwood or David, they're there to project it up on the board. And I just look so intelligent when I'm standing there with all this stuff projected up there and me telling people what's going on and interacting and involving people. They make me look so smart. But
things have really, really changed in the way we do things and the way we present information.
Yeah.
It has really changed, and I'm over here, and that method is over here. But sometimes some places are still over here.
Yeah,
so I'm always useful at that.
Right.
When that happens.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good thing.
It's good to still know some of the old stuff.
Sure.
We should never let go of that, because we never know when the computer's going to go out and we're going to have to,
Yep. Sometimes you have to handwrite things.
That's
I learned that this
still
weekend.
True.
So.
Yeah, that's still true.
Yeah, I'm so used to making cards for people and for everything, and so something went out and I had to handwrite a bunch of stuff for people. I was like, I'm glad I know how to write.
That's right. Both cursive and printing.
Yeah, because a lot of that cursive's not even taught, I don't think now.
But they're discussing bringing that back,
well,
Jim, and
they
that's
should.
good. I think they should.
Yeah.
It's like driving a straight shift and an automatic. I think everybody, if you have driver's license, should be required to drive both the straight shift or the manual and the automatic.
Mm-hmm. Most people don't know. A lot of people don't even know what a manual is, though.
That's true.
I've never heard of it. Kind of like parallel parking.
They
That's
don't
not
know
really.
what that other thing is down there.
Yeah, the kids still have to learn parallel parking, but they don't have much of an opportunity to ever use it unless you go to Chattanooga. I guess you do, but they all laugh at me because when I get in Chattanooga, I just put it in reverse and and everybody go, "Golly!" I said, "Well, we used to have to do that."
That's right. I worked in the federal building.
Yeah.
And it was all parallel parking down the side, and I came and went 10 times during the day, so I got lots of practice.
I bet.
Parking. Every time I parked, it was parallel parking.
Sure.
So you get to that place.
You get pretty
where
good at
it's real. You can do it with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Then you don't do it for a long time, and you kind of forget.
I know.
Anyway, so I want to talk a little bit more about the Easter egg hunt. It's at the Ross Avenue Complex. It's at 10:30 in the morning. So if you want to have pictures taken with the Easter Bunny, now I think everybody wants to have pictures taken with the Easter Bunny because he's the star of the show pretty much. Well, all the children are stars, but they want to have their picture made with the big bunny. So if you want to have a picture taken with the Easter Bunny, you need to be there at 10:30.
Mm-hmm. And bring you can use your phone now. Everybody uses the camera and the phone now pretty much. So
that's
just bring that with you for the photos with Easter Bunny. And then the bunny hop race will start at 11, and the egg hunt by age starts at 11:30.
And it's been a long time since I've been to an Easter egg hunt, but I have been.
Well, I'm going to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning putting out eggs. So.
And then you can have your own picture taken with the
I'll have me and the bunny.
Easter Bunny.
I'm going to put it on the Real Deal Facebook site, and then after they get through, I'll go back to work.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have your own picture. And then, these are real eggs or are these plastic
No, they're plastic eggs.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about 12,000 eggs.
No. Smelling later.
Decaying later. 12,000 eggs. Wow, that's a lot of eggs.
A lot of eggs.
So you're going to count all the eggs and know how many are still out there? Do any of them have money in them?
I don't think they have money in them. They have prize baskets and different things. But it's just it's going to be a lot of fun.
And the good part, the really great part, is the free admission.
So you can't hardly beat the price.
That's a great day. You can go out, take your children, have a wonderful day with them.
Right.
And take your children, the neighbors' children, and you just spend all day.
Have a safe place to go.
It could have it could be an all-day event looking for 12,000 eggs.
I don't know. Some of them kids are pretty fast.
And you need to bring your own
fast.
basket
Yeah,
or bag.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I think a bag, because, those baskets always, you start down the hill and the kids get excited and the basket starts
Turn
going
them upside down. Yeah.
all the eggs that they've already collected go rolling and they have to recollect, and that can be disturbing. And
they say don't put all your eggs in one basket.
that's right. So I would say take a bag,
right?
Something they could slip over their shoulder or put up their arm, something deeper,
like
than a basket.
Those freezer bags are good. With a handle where you carry cold stuff. I think those are great.
Yeah,
but
I think those would be good. Some of those disposable grocery bags would be good because they wouldn't be real heavy, but they would be sturdy enough to hold eggs.
The week of the event that weekend, if you come by the Real Deal, we've got the Easter whippersniffer is a jelly bean. I forgot to bring one. I was going to bring one with me, but if you get a jelly bean, then we've got some really neat whippersniffer bags. They're real heavy bags that we'll give you one of those with the purchase of an egg, a jelly bean. So you can use that, a whippersniffer bag. That'd be pretty cool to be out Easter egg hunting with a whippersniffer bag, because that's about the most popular thing around.
That's right.
Whippersniffers.
That would be a twofer.
Yeah,
you get
twofer.
Your Easter gift for your child.
We don't charge you anything for the bags. We'll give you the bags.
The bag to hunt
as
eggs.
long as they last.
They also have a rain date. Okay.
As long as it lasts.
And he has more than two.
Yeah.
He has a rain date of April 15th in case, that's not a good day for the Easter egg hunt.
Hoping that don't happen.
Right. But it could.
But we always try to schedule a rain date.
And that will be the rain date. Mm-hmm. So it says you hunt by age groups. What is the age?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I always have to have parameters.
I'm sorry.
There are kids taller than I am.
I know.
So how...
They'll tell you when you get there. How's that?
No, I've already dressed up in my Easter garb.
I'm not sure. I don't have all the answers, just most of them.
Well,
this is my first year to help with it.
Well,
with the Easter egg hunt,
is it age... to age 12 or to age 15 or?
Well, the age groups are like you get like 5 and 6 year olds that will hunt together and that kind of thing. But I'm not sure how old they are. I'm not. I could make something up, but I don't think I will.
Well, I would hate for it to turn out like the thing that happened with the father-daughter dance. Or the father-daughter banquet, or whatever it was they had in another place in Georgia the other day. And the little girl was in preschool, and she had no father figure, but she had a very loving mother. And her mother knew that she couldn't go as a woman because she would be asked to leave. It was the father-daughter. And she drew a beard on, she went to great lengths to make herself look like a male, and wore men's clothes and everything, and took the little girl all dressed up to the I was planning to an hour before the principal got through the grapevine that this was going to happen. The principal calls and says, if you come, you will not be allowed. I will make you leave.
Well, we won't make no mamas and daddies leave the Easter egg hunt.
So she broke the little girl's heart to stand on a principal. And how do you feel about that, Jim?
Oh, where did that come from, Helen? Who pulled me into that?
I
think any mother that would go to that length to try to take care of her daughter that she loved should not be ostracized or kicked out or pushed out or nothing. I think honestly that she shouldn't have had to dress up. I think that if that's the case, because that is the case in many instances in America today, single parents is almost the norm. That they should be able to do what they want.
I know that we have to the day that we're living in.
Well, I know that we have, like we had a great mother-son dance at Lafayette at the Rec this year. It was a great turnout, and they accomplished some great things. And they were having a father-daughter up the road at the Walker County Civic Center. So it all worked good. But I just people live. Families are single parent families. A lot of them are now. It's not, it's not what we wished it was, but it is. So
that's right.
If a mother would go to that kind of length, that's a shame.
That's right. They should. Yeah. They should focus on that.
I don't think she should have even had to dress up. She should have been able to just to come and say, "Listen, she don't have a father, but I'd like to be here."
Right.
Yeah.
And they should focus on that rather than whether she was male or female.
Yeah.
Whether
I know whether she's dressed or not, dressed up like some.
Right.
All people get silly. People,
I know it.
The world's a mess.
They get.
We just try to make the best we can.
Thing rather than what.
I think we ought to be looking for
that she had for her child.
Yeah, let's just be. We should look for the good, the positive in them. People,
right? Yeah.
So I agree.
There were probably a lot of the correct gender that didn't have that same love.
They didn't take their kids.
Yeah. That's just wrong. All of it was wrong.
Yeah, it was just
bad. It's a
bad situation.
They were really giving them the 1-2 punch on the TV.
I never watched much, so I don't guess I'm
that was
behind
on Atlanta TV. So,
I'm behind them. I don't know much.
That happened this week. So
I very seldom slow down.
So. But that kind of thing needs to be told.
Yeah.
They need to not be able to hide behind their desk.
Well, we're going to have fun at the Easter egg hunt.
That's right.
And all kids are welcome. And I don't know the age group. So if you want to know the age group, if you need to call the city, call the city.
All right. Ooh, pass it on.
I will tell you that I do not know the age group, and I am very sorry.
And you can bring your cameras and take pictures.
You sure can. Yeah.
Children as they.
Yeah, that's right.
Win the prize egg. What will be a prize egg? It says prize.
There's
egg.
prize baskets, egg prize baskets. That's the baskets I was talking about. Bringing
okay.
Yeah,
okay. So those baskets will be the winning.
So they will be. Okay. And so it'll be a lot of fun and a lot of kids. Normally there's lots of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a whole lot of fun. So you guys plan on trying to be there, bring your children and. Enjoy yourself at the Easter egg hunt on April the 8th. We've already scheduled the movies in the park for this year too, so we're looking at all down through summer. All the movies, are going to be coming.
Those movies okay, so we can write them down. We got to take a break, get us something to drink during the commercial.
All right.
We're going to hear from our sponsors now. When we come back, Jim's going to give us our movie schedule.
Yeah.
And we will be right back.
We're on the air 24/7. A North Georgia taste of heaven, a fun place to be. And we're your family, UCTV.
For over 4 decades, your neighborhood ShopRite supermarkets have been the standard for quality and service. Locally owned means you'll find a smile on every aisle.
Best meat at the best prices. Farm fresh produce. Weekly specials on a variety of products.
Get the ShopRite seal of approval. You can't shop wrong at ShopRite.
This week of ShopRite, they have boneless chicken breasts for $1.79, boneless pork loins for $1.99, and boneless chuck roast for $2.99. They still have green cabbage for 29 cents a pound. That is unheard of. Red Rock strawberries, 2 1-pound packages for $4, and they also have Food Club chuck chicken in a can, 2 for $4, and Food Club pinto beans, 2 2-pound bags for $3. That's a good buy too. They also have boneless chuck steaks for $3.29, and they have sweet Mineolas. Now that's a 3-pound bag for $2.99, and you're saying, what in the world is a Mineola? It's a hybrid of the tangerine and the grapefruit, sometimes referred to as honey bells. So you might know them more as a honey bell. That's the one that juice runs out, gets all over you when you eat it, and it's shaped a little funny. It looks like it has a little chimney at the top.
Easy to peel that way.
Very easy to peel, and that's a really good buy. 3-pound bag for $3, baby. And that's a really good buy. And so I didn't want you to be, thrown off by not knowing what a Mineola was. And they also have kale, collards, or turnip greens, a 1-pound bag. They have 2 of those for $4, and 3 pounds of sweet onions for $1.99 a pound at your local ShopRite store, where they still take your groceries to the car.
The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. The same rules apply to financial success. Saving money is the first step towards financial independence. And at the Bank of Lafayette, we have an investment account for every situation. How much you save is not nearly as important as establishing a regular pattern of saving and placing of your money aside in a safe and secure place. Whimsical thinking and immediate gratification can rob you of a financially secure future and a safe and comfortable retirement. At the Bank of Lafayette, we can help you choose an investment account that will help you reach your immediate, short-term, and long-term goals. The one rule that always applies across every economic timeline and condition: the sooner you begin saving, the faster your money will grow. Bank with confidence at the Bank of Lafayette, your hometown bank for more than 110 years. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At the Rosewood Assisted Living and Memory Care, we have everything your senior could want in a safe, comfortable residence. Several levels of services include short-term housing for weekends or longer, assisted living where the staff provides a watchful eye while preserving your loved one's privacy and dignity, or independent living where residents are able to take care of themselves yet have access to all amenities and a sense of security. And the Rosewood on Battlefield Parkway specializes in memory care for patients of Alzheimer's or dementia. Call today for a tour of our campus.
Meta Thrift Pharmacy, located at 324 West Patton Street in Lafayette, across from the ShopRite. Meta Thrift Pharmacy provides prescription drugs, including compounded prescriptions. They also have diabetic supplies, including custom diabetic shoes. They have lift chairs, potty chairs, shower seats, and other durable medical equipment. Meta Thrift Pharmacy in Lafayette has a friendly, well-trained staff that will help you with your drugstore needs, whether you're on the phone or in the store. You may also leave your refill request on their automated phone system, available 24 hours a day. Make them your choice for your pharmacy needs. Meta Thrift Pharmacy, 706-638-3114.
We're back now. Jim Powell
I'm
joins
shorter
me.
now.
Oops. You're almost as short as I am, Jim.
Yeah, my stool dropped.
Jim's going to give us a kind of a rundown of the movies that are going to be in the park, and that's not the national park. That's the Joe Stock Park.
The Joe Stock Park in
That's
Lafayette.
Right. That's right.
Because that's what I talk about. I'm the Lafayette cheerleader.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's the town crier.
But unless something changes, unless there's not an availability issue or something, this is what we pretty much scheduled for. May the 13th is going to be Finding Dory, and June the 10th, The Jungle Book, August the 12th, Secret Life of Pets. September the 9th is Sing, the movie Sing, and October the 7th is Casper. So, yep, it's all free, and it's at Joe Stock Park, brought to you by the Downtown Development Authority, and
it's a beautiful park.
It's a great place to come. Me and Tracy and my adult children and Krista and her husband can't go. Mm-hmm. We have a blast. We bring some chairs and sit out there, and you always see people and so it's just fun, you know. And it's free. It's a great price.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
I know. Just grab you a pizza or something.
Bring your
Stop by Los Guerreros and get you a few tacos.
right.
Yeah.
Have a snack.
There you go.
But it is a great place. The
Yeah.
park is a great place. It's a peaceful place if you just want to go sit and
Yep.
not while they're having a movie, but but anytime you want to go, it's
Sure.
a free place to go.
Right. It's nice. They've really done a good job with it. In the summertime, it's fun to watch all the little kids playing in the water
Right.
fountain. And I found out this year that the water is recycled. It is cleaned and recycled. So when somebody says, "Well, how much water does that use?" You say, "It's recycled water." So it's cool.
That's right.
I love it.
It
Yeah.
allows them to enjoy it time after time.
That's right.
So
It's lots of fun. Lots of fun things to do in Lafayette. And so come and get involved in what's happening. And if you want to see, the only way to have things change is for people to get involved and change them.
that's right. And if you don't take part in the events and you don't participate, then they're not going to continue.
Right.
Probably because you
Because
need
people didn't
participation.
participate. Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. Got a race series coming to town.
Oh,
A 5K and a 10K
Oh.
this year.
like the
For-
reindeer race.
Yep. But it's the Freedom Run is the weekend of the 4th of
4th of
July.
July.
And that's on July the 1st. And the Reindeer Run is a 5K and a 1 mile fun run. And that's going to be December the 2nd. So now it's a series, which is really cool because that it brings more people in because of the way it's judged. I'm not a runner, as you can see, but you saw me trying to limp around here and get my blood flowing again a while ago. Maybe I should be running, I don't know. But they're able to get points when they run in series. So a lot of these guys that are coming from out of town, they come because of the fact that it's a series. So they've done a tremendous job of bringing all this together. And so the proceeds from the Reindeer Run go to the Shop with a Cop, and they've been doing that for a long time. And then the Freedom Run proceeds go to equip and repair the track and the team at the high school. And so it's just a really cool reason to do it. And so that'll be going on. There's, you can sign up now actually and get involved in the series. So if you'd like to do that, just call the rec department and they'll get you hooked up with that. So a lot of fun things. That's we got, of course, in October. It's a long ways away, but Heritage Day is again this year. The best Heritage Day we ever had last year. It was awesome. A lot of people there, and so it's gonna be happening again at the Ross or at the there I went
At the Marsh
House. Thank you. And so it's just there's a whole year. The year is really looking good for Lafayette.
And a lot of things that you can do that are free. Doesn't cost anything to go to Heritage Days.
Right.
There are vendors. There are different things you can walk around and see and do. And
Yep, entertainment.
There's wonderful food.
Yeah, good barbecue there, and entertainment. And,
Brunswick stew.
I would just tell you that.
barbecue.
Remember the people when you see people who are sponsoring these events. Think about them when you're in town and you're looking. Maybe if you need something and one of those you think, well, whoever Hammond Jones sponsored this, or who Los Guerreros sponsored this. We're going to go eat with them, or we're going to go. Just keep things local. See who's investing in our town
Right.
because the businesses are putting a lot into it. Of course, everybody for years the Bank of Lafayette has been a big investor in town. Cahutta Bank, they help a lot with a lot of things, but there's a lot of small businesses in town that it's a big deal for a small business. I'm a small business owner, and it's a big deal to be able to afford to sponsor some of these things.
Right.
Because it's not easy. I mean, I have if you come in my office, there's a clipboard hanging on my wall that is really seriously that thick of requests for the year for donations, and I can't do them all,
Right.
and nobody else can, But you try to find the things that you can invest in your community that will help the community in the
have
most
the
positive
greatest
way, have the
effect.
greatest effect, the
Right.
greatest impact. So that's
Yeah.
that's the only way we can do these things nowadays. Used to it was different, you didn't, but now it's almost it's a weekly request, and and I'm not complaining. I'm just I'm just saying if people are sponsoring these events, let them know how much you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Shop locally if you can. Do work with people locally, and look for these guys that are doing these events. There's some huge sponsors. Pigeon Mountain is a tremendous sponsor of the Honeybee Festival, and so if you raise bees and you need supplies, go see Pigeon Mountain, CHI Memorial. We really appreciate them. They're about to be in town with us. They're at the after hours, and so that's awesome that we're going to have a memorial in Lafayette and a place that you can go and an after hours kind of thing, and so let people know how much you appreciate them.
Yeah.
There's just tons of businesses that are involved in making this Honeybee Festival happen, and I'm thankful to be, just to be able to kind of see them all come together. So.
And it's going to be a really fun time.
You better believe it.
Probably have to stop when you get to the top of the hill coming into town and be shuttled in. I don't know where the parking lot's going to be.
Well, there's going to be a lot of parking. We're going to get the logistics of the whole thing. We'll be advertising that as it gets closer, where people can park.
Maybe you'll stop in Naomi and park.
Well, at Harbor Lights, the church I pastor is on South Main, right behind Ace Hardware. We've got a huge lot there. We've got a big ball field behind there. That'll be available. We're going to make our place available. There's other churches that'll make their parking lots available. Businesses that are going to allot a portion of their parking. So, people are working together. We want this to happen. We want it to be a success. And you know what? If we end up with 15 or 20,000 people trying to get into the square by the time Greg Morgan sings, then you may have to walk from Rock Springs. I don't know. But
will
we're
there
working
be shuttle service?
There'll be,
Because I can
we're getting
walk,
closer
but,
now. We're to figuring this out.
If I start walking now, maybe I can walk that far. But but some people can't physically
and
walk.
we're beginning to work on the logistics. We're figuring out what we're going to have to do. So we don't have all the answers today, but as it gets closer, we'll be advertising what you can do and what where you can go and where you can park and that kind of thing. And so it's going to be probably. I know that we're all going to be wore out. It's going to be. It'll start about 6. Actually, it's going to start on Friday night, setting the stage up because. This is not just somebody pulling in a trailer. We've got a professional stage company coming and they're building the stage on site with a covered roof, lighting, sound. It's going to be a concert. This is not just throwing a guy on the back of a flatbed trailer. We've got a great group of people that are working together, and so they're going to build a stage that'll take up the whole Highway 27 there. It'll be closed from 8 o'clock, I believe, Friday night until
And what
midnight.
area will that be?
That'll be between the Bank of Lafayette and the So Cute.
Okay.
That whole area there, the whole 27. It'll be shut. We'll build it there, and have the lighting, the sound, and so in reality, when Craig Morgan takes the stage, if you're at the Marsh House,
You can hear.
you'll probably be able to hear him.
Yeah.
But because it's a professional, it's the biggest thing that's ever been in Lafayette.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be a lot
Since Johnny Cash.
since Johnny Cash. That's right. I remember when Johnny Cash was there. I believe he was there on a Wednesday. You know why I think that? Because it was either Sunday night or Wednesday night because it was a church night. And my dad was working security, and I couldn't go because it was a church night. And that's okay. That was my mama's rule. So that was all right. But I remember that. It was a church night. I always wondered now why they did it like that. Because it was packed. That was a huge crowd that night.
Maybe that was the only night he had available.
Probably was. And I'm not sure which night it was. I just remember, that's how I remember Johnny Cash, because I don't really remember. I was very young, and I don't really remember a lot about it. I remember Bobby Edwards was the arresting officer that arrested him, because I knew me and Bobby and my dad were friends, and Dad and Ralph Jones, the sheriff then, you know. So he was my hero. I'm actually the only person I think that was not a police officer that spoke when they dedicated the Ralph Jones building over on Probasco, the training center. I was the only person I think that wasn't an officer that spoke, and I was really just honored that Steve Wilson asked me to read a poem that I wrote when I was a little boy, and they published it in the Walker County Messenger.
Really?
I wrote it about Ralph Jones, so I got to read that. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Wow.
But yeah, it's the biggest thing since Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
I have no doubt.
so.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and so just get the word out, talk it up, folks. And if you're a vendor, I want to encourage you to get involved. I've got a friend of mine. She is a crafter, and she makes pot holders and all kinds of things like that. And she's making honeybee pot holders and honeybee toboggans and all these things. I had another lady that called in here when I was with Judy the other morning on the morning show that called me a little later, and she says, "Look, I've been making honeybee stuff for 2 months." She's making some of them are making themed items. I've got some friends, people who actually come in our store and buy products that they use to make things with, because we sell a lot of craft stuff and they make a lot of wreaths and things. They're coming to do it. They're excited about it. Some very good food vendors are going to be there. We've got some good barbecue cookers that are going to be competing. I've been hearing some of these guys starting to brag, already now. So I'm starting to see that little, everybody wants to be kind of one up on the others. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This really is.
And this is an amateur barbecue contest. Right. This is not a professional contest. This is an amateur contest.
Yeah, and if it goes real good, next year we may add a ranked contest along with it. But this year we're going to just do it amateur just to see how it works. But there is a national ranking and a national association that you have to be involved in. You have to have their judges there, and you have to go through their rules.
It's
a pretty big deal.
Yes,
something like down at the state fair, at the Big Pig Jig, down off of 75. Yes. I love that's always been my favorite name of any festival, Big Pig Jig.
The Pig Jig.
But but those guys they do it every year, and hey, we got a caller.
Hey, we do. Somebody 7712. Go ahead.
Wouldn't it be nice if your guest would get some enthusiasm about this honeybee festival?
I know it. I've been trying to encourage him, but I'm not being very successful.
I tell you, I think it's going to be one of the best things, and I have a friend doing crafts for that, and yes, they're making everything with honeybees.
Good.
Won't that be great to have all that variety of stuff and the entertainers? Is Keith going to sing?
I'm not sure. I hadn't heard from him, but I hadn't been doing the entertainment stuff, so I hadn't really seen who all they've got. I know they got a lot of people lined up already. I'm hoping he is, but it's going to be fun. And I'm
Hopkins, and that made me think of Keith.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who your lead entertainer was, because I'm not a country fan per se. I like it more and more. But then you said the song about Sunday.
Yeah.
And I know, I've heard that.
Yeah.
What a beautiful song.
It's a very pretty song, and so.
But I think Johnny Cash came during the week, because we had front row seats. My mother was a good friend of the sheriff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I believe it was too, because I really remember I wasn't able to go because I had to go to church with Mama that night. But
it was exciting for a small town.
It was huge. It was huge.
You know who I stood and talked to for quite a long time, who was running for an unsuccessful term for governor, was Jimmy Carter.
Really?
What?
Yeah, he did come. He was there. That's right.
We stood there and talked for the longest. I was waiting on the rest of the party.
Yeah.
What year was that? I know it was just before I moved.
Oh, don't ask details. We're going to kill you before this interview's over.
Oh, no. It was right before I came.
Hey, we're old. We can't remember things like that.
Well, you think I'm young? I moved here in 1975, and it was just before I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the 70s.
But I can't remember
That's
what.
been a long time ago.
Yeah, it had to be early 70s. But yeah, because I was born in '63, so I was about 8 or 9 probably. Yeah. It was a big deal though. I remember because Dad worked with he helped Ralph Jones sometime on the weekends and help him with stuff, and Ralph, of course, he was always a friend of our family, and so it was just a huge thing. And then I remember when they did the "This Is Your Life" with Johnny Cash, and they brought Ralph Jones on there, and I remember watching.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a lot of good memories. A lot of people don't know about. Yeah.
Well, y'all have a good day.
Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Bye. Yay.
Maybe somebody will call who does remember
I know.
before we have to go.
You can
off
Google it.
That's what I was going to do.
That's what everybody does now, right?
I
Google.
know.
Everybody seems so intelligent because they can Google what year was Johnny Cash in Lafayette, Georgia. I can just say it now. See, my daughters taught me how to just go, what year was Johnny Cash in Lafayette, Georgia?
Well, I can too, but I was not going to lie.
I don't care. This is not my show. It's yours. I can act crazy and goofy, and nothing they can do about it.
Oh, it probably goes.
Lordy, here goes the man in
Okay.
black. Who knows? 71, February of 1971.
Okay.
It says.
Yep, right there.
Yep.
6 months earlier in August.
No,
Cash
that was
and-
when he recorded his song.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I've
okay.
hit it wrong.
Wait just a minute.
Yeah.
6
Oh
months
well,
earlier. Wait a minute.
we're into. It says 1970 when he performed a Lafayette benefit.
Yeah, 6 months earlier than that. Okay.
Yeah. So okay.
6 months earlier, in August of 1970, Cash did a concert in the tiny town of Lafayette, Georgia. All right, we
town.
got to end with that.
We're not going to end with tiny town. We're going to end with the biggest thing that's ever happened in Lafayette since Johnny Cash, the Honeybee Festival.
June 3rd.
June the 3rd.
June the 3rd.
It's going to be huge.
So write that down. Not tiny town, but June the 3rd.
Come see me at the Real Deal today. I need to sell something.
That's right. Got these beautiful wreaths. Got to sell them today, or Tracy's gonna get him.
She'll pour gravy over them and make me try to eat them, and they don't digest well.
All right, we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.